on the site that you have, it mentions cleansing your body as part of a weight loss plan. Are you talking about detoxing, and why does that help?
Yes, we are talking about detoxing, and the reason we do a detoxing regime, and we call it a feast, a liquid feast. We don't
Okay.
call it a cleanse or a fast. We call it a liquid feast. The reason we do this is because the acids that Dr. Young has been talking about get trapped in the tissues, and we have tissue acidosis. The only way to get those out of the tissues and back into the bloodstream is to put people on a liquid feast or a cleanse where their body is given some rest and everything is in a pureed form, liquefied form. So we make green smoothies in the morning. We have people that drink raw green juices with a little bit of almond milk. We call it green milk. Green soups, lots of different soups that we give people, but it's all liquid. And this goes into the bloodstream, goes into the intestinal villi, and helps to build blood while it's also cleansing the system. So the acids come out of the tissues back into the bloodstream, and that's where we sometimes have people that get detox symptoms, headaches, rashes, bloating, throwing up, those types of things, and they can get it even a little more serious than that. But usually people do really well after the first 3 days. They kind of get back over that hump, and then they're running clean and clear again, and then they start building. So it's all dependent on the health and the integrity of the intestinal villi and microvilli. And we have 9 yards of small bowel, right? With a surface area. If we took that surface area of the 9 yards of the intestine and spread it out, we would have a absorptive area where we can actually absorb and make new blood of a tennis court, that big. So that, I think that's always good to picture, and I think that's hard for people to believe, but it's absolutely the truth, and it makes our literal root system, the intestinal villi, something very, very vital to good health and building good blood.
If someone's taking these juices or juicing greens,
Yeah.
can that be a normal way of constantly detoxifying then, if they're doing that on a regular basis?
Well, I think when you constantly give your diet and start the day with greens with the chlorophyll molecule, the thing about the chlorophyll molecule is it's identical in its structure to our blood hemoglobin. So rather than feeling like you're detoxing all the time, it's more after you go through a detox and you get your health back, it's more like giving yourself a blood transfusion because you're building more than you're detoxing all the time. But certainly the oxygen prevalent in the foods that we're eating and the electrons when we're adding these drops to our drinks and all of the nascent oxygen that we add would certainly prevent against any more toxins taking hold in our system. It takes 20 parts alkalinity to neutralize 1 part acidity. That's how we're engineered. Kind of like our temperature is 98.6. This ratio of 20 to 1 is how we can never over-alkalinize because all of our body functions are acidic, but by design we're alkaline. So if we're constantly replacing those alkalizing buffers with green foods and green drinks, we never get into the deficit where acids can literally take us over. But you know, there are signals and physical signs that would tell us we're too acidic. Any type of headache is usually brain-bowel connected, and we know that headaches are usually, they're either coming off coffee or chocolate or lots of meat and high proteins and things like that. So there's little signals that our body gives us, but once we become alkaline and once we're detoxed, the mind fog clears up, the eyes are brighter, the skin is without blemish, you can run for miles, you know, you can really exercise well without any pain, and all of the inflammatory conditions that somebody once had go away. So the pain decreases from the joints and the muscles, and people just really usually, for the most part, start feeling better after 3 days.